Hey everybody, I would like to welcome you to a things to do in Minecraft known as Overworld Wonderland, named after Canada's Wonderland, which I've been to since I'm Canadian. This is about creating an amusement park in Minecraft, in creative mode. Now, after spending an hour choosing a skin, because that totally matters, you need to find a flat land to begin your amusement park. This is actually really fun, because I just like making stuff in creative mode. Anyways, the things you need to make a roller coaster is grass, both powered rails and normal rails, a redstone torch, I totally knew that, and some minecarts. I think I was blanking out as I was recording this because it took me forever to think about what I needed. As well, you will need chests and oak wooden planks, signs, and torches. Begin by placing down your powered rails for the beginning of the roller coaster. As you can see, I cannot place them to save my life. You do it for just a few. For decorative purposes, you can place down some oak wood planks beside the roller coaster rails, or under them, which makes it look really nice. And you power it with the powered rails with the redstone torch, obviously. I mean, how else are you gonna do it? Then you start placing down some rails on flat land for a bit. Then, just like in normal roller coasters, you will go up, because that's what they do. They go up before they go down, or they can just go straight down underground. Or maybe they start up there and then go down. Either way, I decided for some reason to do this the hard way when I originally started making this video because I'm an idiot. And as you can see, this goes on for a little while because I totally forgot there was an easier way to do this, and so I probably spent a little too much time trying to make this part. Anyway, so you start putting down your rails. I mean, I started a little bit, and it goes on for a while again. To me, it's not that high. And as you were going up, you will need the powered rails to work, otherwise it won't work. And then I continued to do this, and then I realized I could do it that way, because that's so much easier and simpler and much faster. And as I was saying, you need the powered rails to go up, otherwise you will not go up, you'll lose inertia, and then you will just fall back down again. Then you need to place the rails on the upslope, but again, make sure to place powered rails so that you will go up and not fall backwards, which I had to find out the hard way. Anyways, so I decide now that I want to do it in that little hole is, and there's a reason why it's called underground rail. So I start preparing it to go underground, and this goes on for a very long time, and I even spiral it, and I screw up, and I need to make a ton of mistakes, and this goes on forever. I need to light it up so that you can use it at nighttime. Yeah. So this part, you place down a chest, and you will need minecarts. You will place down a chest beside the rails, and inside you will place the minecarts that you will be using. And at this point, even though I haven't even gone underground yet, it's a good idea to test your thing as you're doing it. Now make sure you put at least one normal rail before your powered rail, otherwise your cart will just take off without you, like that. And that is why you need power rails, otherwise you'll slide backwards. So, yeah. You will need at least one, or maybe three is better. And then you just press forward, and then you go up. And because you're in the cart, for whatever reason, it makes you go up better. And, ta-da! This is where I start the underground part. Now, I skipped this entire part because it's so boring. So, instead, I just... Oh, yeah, this happened.
Oh, there's a sheep on the track! Get off! You stupid sheep! Go away!
Yeah, that kind of thing will happen when you're not paying attention to your track. So we go again for a ride, and this is how it goes. I played music, but I was talking. So as you can see, corkscrews are not a good idea. There's a lot of, you can't really face forward or see what's in front of you. It's very confusing, and it doesn't really work out as well as I was hoping it would. And that is the underground rail. Drop Zone, named after the ride in Canada's Wonderland, is a very, very tall ride. It's not even a ride. It's more, for whatever reason, I tried to create the drop zone. Unfortunately, it did not work. The only up and down way you can go is with ladders, so I decided the best way to do it, as close to the drop zone as I could get it in Minecraft, or at least in the 15 minutes I decided that I would do it, is to jump down. What? Whee! As you see, I missed there. If you were in survival mode, you would die. You will need at least that amount of water, at least 3 down, but even when I tested it, I still sank all the way to the bottom, so you might want more than that. But that's drop zone. SeaWorld is an underground... Oh yeah, that happens a lot, especially when you are creating a roller coaster. You get creatures on the track all the bloody time. Anyway, SeaWorld is an underwater roller coaster, sort of, that happens underwater. And I did a slow, like a walkthrough, because you won't be able to see most of it. And it was intended so you could see underwater, but that kind of didn't work out. As you can see, the water kind of obscures all the vision of beyond the glass. I used glowstone to light up the track, because otherwise you wouldn't be able to see anything, but you can't see anything anyway, so it doesn't matter. But you got some nice views up at the ceiling. There's a little twisty turns, and then you go up to where you meet a glowstone, and that's it. And this is how the ride goes. So even like at the beginning, it's all twisty turning, you can't see anything. You gotta be careful with your turns and stuff. Sometimes it gets slow if you have too many turns. But, you know. And that was it. This is the bridge I built. I didn't take any last, overview looks, so this is how it looks when I built it. It was to connect the edge of the other thing to this thing. This is SeaWorld, as in I see the world. It goes up, does that little thing, goes over. It's a very basic ride, and then there's a ladder down. A very basic ride. It was literally intended only to be like a lookout, so you could see over top. So you can see I love my red carpet with glowstone and gates and stuff. So you climb up the very, very, very long ladder. You go up at the top, and you pull out a minecart, because minecarts are great, and that's what Minecraft is about. Well, actually, Minecraft is about crafting things, but... And you go down. Like I said, it's a very basic ride. It's not even all that fun. It was something I made randomly. It was originally supposed to be like an outpost sort of idea. For those of you who are brave at heart, you can kind of just jump off. And I caught myself last minute. The SeaWorld exit is literally right beside Underground Ride, because that's just how it worked out. Totally intentional. You can also use SeaWorld as, to view over the everything. You can walk out onto the track and look out. Just remember that your creations in this amusement park is not limited to what I've created, obviously. You can go underground, you can go underwater, you could go over the land, you could probably go in between the trees. It's actually pretty crazy. And I also decided to create a little front, a gate, because no amusement park is without their gate. So, as you can see, you are just absolutely limitless in everything that you make. You can make any sort of rides if you can figure it out. I'm sure you guys will make some really amazing stuff, 10 times better than what I've made. And I wish you the best of luck if you choose to follow this things to do. And I would like to welcome you again to Overworld Wonderland.